YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's a rainy day, sad day in New Jersey. My motivation to work out right now is pretty darn low, but we're gonna get it done anyway because that's what I'm supposed to do today. Get in all my meals and train. Ain't that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You got it. I officially started a new split. I'll explain my split a little bit later in the video to kind of go in depth as to why I formed my workout plan this way and what is going to be in each day specifically. So stay tuned for that, but let's go hit back and glutes. What a cool day. Tall, it's so embarrassing. It's so loud in here. I'm not gonna lie though, I am loving Ice Spice right now. Like Ice Spice really is for the girls, and that's not my music. We're pushing the hot bitch agenda here. That was so stupid. I am in the mood to like dance, just like break out and have a flash mob. Time to hit glutes now. We're warming up. To make it glute dominant, but I am trying. TikTok taught me. I have an upper glute now. What a good freaking workout that is. Anthony saw me jumping up and down in the posing room because I was taking photos. I'll put it up on the screen, the photo I'm talking about. I was like so happy with how my shape was. That last exercise that I did, banded abductions, chef's kiss. I've never gotten a upper glute contraction so intense before, but party's not over yet. We still got 25 minutes of cardio. Ain't that right, babe?
You got it.
And that was so much for having like no motivation, man. I had no motivation to work out today, and that was like a really killer workout. I had so much fun. That was pretty amazing.
This is your hot girl walk.
This is my hot girl walk, Anthony. Inside.
But isn't a hot girl walk typically when you're single?
No. People go on hot girl walks when they're taken. God, don't get all uptight.
Well, that attitude's giving me some single vibes.
Don't you want to date a hot girl?
I do.
So I'm playing the part. I don't want to find a new mate. I like this mate. He has nothing to say. Whatever, man. All right. Let's sit down and chat about said new workout split. So my previous split that I was running for 12 weeks was day 1, delts and arms, day 2, hamstrings and glutes heavy, day 3, back and arms, day 4 was off, day 5 was delts and arms, day 6 was hamstrings, glutes, and a little quad, lighter, more volume. Like I said, I ran that for 12 weeks. My new split is going to be similar, but a little bit different, focusing on more more mind muscle connection and progressive overload with weight again, just not going as heavy and as aggressive. It's aggressive in a different way. It's aggressive mentally. So lately my workouts have been fatiguing me mentally because I'm focusing so hard on trying to think about that muscle that I'm trying to contract. My muscles like actually start shaking. It is a very tiring set, but I don't have a lot of weight racked on it. For example, I did RDLs the other day and I went super light compared to how I usually lift. It was probably like a little less than 50% of the weight that I've used before. And I was shaking, like shaking, all because I was working on new mental cues. I was fixing my form. Not that my form was terrible, but definitely needed to be worked on a little bit. And I was thinking so hard about contracting those muscles that I had an insane pump and I had an insane mind muscle connection. So with this new split, what I'm going to work towards is using new exercises and building that connection mentally to my muscles and then progressively overloading weight there. That should yield in some solid muscle growth. So the new split, here's the juicy stuff. My new split is going to be, day 1 is going to be hamstrings and glutes. Day 2 is going to be delts and calves because I've been neglecting calves and I think it's showing. Day 3 is going to be back and glutes. So this is different from last time. I'm going to incorporate 3 days of glutes, but it's less intensive on each leg day. So I'm focusing more on hamstring than I was previously on my hamstring and glute days. And then I'm focusing more on quads and hamstrings on my full leg day with a little bit of glute there. So I'm hitting glutes a little bit 3 times a week. That was the workout that I just did. It was honestly amazing. I did 3 glute movements and it was pretty darn solid. I had a great pump and it felt really good. So then we're gonna rest for day 4. Day 5 is going to be delts and arms. And then day 6 is going to be full leg. So we're gonna be starting with glute, then we're going to move into hamstring, then we're gonna move into quad. So getting literally everything out of that day, but it's gonna primarily be focusing on hamstrings and quads. Quads is something that I neglect because mentally I have this thing about my thighs where I don't like when they're too big, and hitting quads makes my thighs bigger. I'm a quad dominant person and I had to work so hard for so long. Since last August, I've been working on building up my mind muscle connection to my hamstrings and glutes. And I'm finally at a point where I feel like I don't need to hit them as often to maintain a mind muscle connection there. I could hit quads first if I wanted to and probably go to hamstrings and glutes next and still feel it really well. But I'm gonna take a conservative route and I'm going to start with hamstrings and glutes because that is like, you know, you're starting with a fresh leg, and then I'll move into quads. But I typically have neglected them. And if you look at the recent winners in bikini competitions, I'm gonna use like the pros for an example. The recent Olympia, the woman who won, her name was Maureen, I believe. She looked incredible. She had like a nice thick leg to her and it was amazing. So that just shows that for a bikini girl, they're not looking for like this stick leg girl with like a little glute and some delt. Like they're looking for very muscular girls, and that is the physique that obviously I want to chase. I want to chase that IFBB Pro physique, and that is why I formed my split the way I have. Still in off season, I'm maintaining right now with food, so I'm not bulking anymore, and my cardio is pretty low. I'm doing 5 times a week at 25 minutes, low intensity, nothing that's really making me break a sweat. I'll only break a sweat if it's maybe hot where I am, but overall, that is how I structure my workout plan, and that is why I structure my workout plan the way I do. I need to bring up my delts. That's why I hit delts twice a week. I will say, since hitting delts twice a week, my delts have grown insanely. I've put it in another video. I have seen so much growth this way, and I also need to bring up my glutes and hamstrings. That is a big thing. Quads, a little bit, yes. I did have decent size to my quads for a bikini girl, so we're not pushing so hard in that department. We're kind of just maintaining and defining that muscle just a little bit more, not necessarily growing. That is why I form my workout plans the way I do. Mentally, that is how I do it as well. I have adequate rest between each body part, so it allows me to still grow while hitting my muscle groups more frequently than just 1 time a week. I've done this split now for a week. I love it. This is my first full week with this split. Going well so far. I will say it's going pretty well. If I start to experience fatigue in my muscles, say like I'm hitting glutes 3 times a week. If my glutes are fatigued at my last session of the week, I will definitely stop hitting glutes 3 times a week and I'll go back to 2 times a week, because that is what will help me grow a little bit better. But for now, I'm kind of just testing this out and seeing where it takes me. And I hope it helped to show my thought process behind everything. But yeah. That's my split. I hope that this video helped you out. I actually had a lot of fun vlogging today. Today was fun. Today was a good day. I just fist bumped myself. As always, thank you for watching. You could like the video, subscribe down below, all that good stuff. Peace out.